What's up guys, my name's Brandon and today I wanted to share with you guys an iPhone application that has really shifted the way I think about my health and kind of what I put into my body and the amount that I exercise. And the app I'm talking about is called HealthMate, and it's actually the companion application to this guy right here. So this is the Withings Body Plus Smart Scale, and you may have seen this, you may recognize it. It is sold in Apple Store, so if you've been inside the Apple Store in recent years, you've probably seen this on display there. Now hold on, I know what you guys are probably thinking. Why am I watching a video on a scale? And trust me, I'm just like you guys. I don't want to sit here and watch a 10-minute video about a guy stepping on and off a scale. But this is more than just a scale. And I want to explain to you guys in this video why you should have this in your bathroom for less than $100 and why the application just is so awesome, and it really makes you think a lot more, makes you more aware of just your health habits. And honestly, there's no better time than now. With the outbreak going on and the virus going around, you guys need to strengthen your immune system as much as possible and get in shape. There's really no excuse at this point, and this application and this scale is definitely going to help you get there. Now, I've never been one to weigh myself very often. I had an old scale, like a $20 scale, and the batteries died like 2 years ago, and I never used it again. So I don't weigh myself very often. I only know my weight from the doctor's office, and the gym, I'll sometimes weigh myself in there. But with this scale, it actually makes me want to step on. I mean, granted, it is mostly just to see like the beautiful graphs and the beautiful data inside the application, but still, it gets the job done, and I step on that scale every single morning and every single night. So yeah, the scale looks cool. We have the simplistic Apple-like design that you can get in either white or black. Of course, I do have the white version right here. We have the silver disc in the middle for precise measuring. We have the bright LCD display up top, and we have 4 feet to keep the scale balanced whether you're on tile or carpet. But once again, the HealthMate app is the real star of the show here, and here's why. So when you first set up the Body Plus scale, you're gonna have to connect it to your Wi-Fi, and then you're gonna follow the link that's shown on the screen of the scale, and it's gonna take you to a page where you can install the free companion app. And once you're in the application, you enter in your current height and your current weight, and then you can go ahead and set a goal weight. So if you wanna lose weight or gain weight, and then it breaks down, how much weight you need to lose or gain per day to hit your goal. So it's really cool how you can see that. You can also customize the screen to show whatever measurements you want to track, like your weight, muscle mass, fat mass, and BMI. And then after that super easy setup process, you could step on the scale for the first time. Now, since this scale uses bioelectrical impedance analysis for getting such precise measurements, you do have to go on barefoot. So once you step on, you can see your weight and whatever else you have it set up to show. And you also get a nice visual graph to go along with your weight, which is super nice and kind of motivating as well. And once you weigh yourself, the data is automatically sent to the HealthMate application and updated instantly. Now you also get these little blinking lights in the corners of the display, and that just tells you that you need to position your feet in a different way. So it's a technology called position control, and it's basically just ensures that the readings are accurate every time you step on the scale, just to kind of make sure you're stepping in the same spot every time, so there's not very many discrepancies in the readings. Now the HealthMate app also sends and receives data from the Health app on iOS, and it integrates fully with that. So that's why you're going to notice your step count and your heart rate if you have an Apple Watch. The step counter does work with your iPhone as well, but you'll see all that data already in there. And the reason for that is because you are going to have it set up to connect to the health application. So when you step on the scale, it's going to auto detect who's on the scale based on the weight. So you can see almost right when it starts realizing how much weight is on the scale, it determines that in this case, it's probably me, and it shows Brandon in the top left. Now you do have to stand there for a few seconds after it shows your weight. Otherwise it won't have time to track the other metrics. And let me just tell you guys right now, scales are not just for losing weight. I don't know why there's this notion out there that people think that you only need a scale if you're trying to lose weight. Do I look like I need to lose weight? I don't need to lose weight. So I use this a lot for measuring my muscle mass and my fat percentage. So those are the two biggest things I get from a scale like this. And I can't get this on just a traditional scale, obviously, because it doesn't show that. So when I go to the gym and work out for 5 days a week for 6 months, and I eat a huge diet, I eat tons of calories every single day, and 6 months later, I'm seeing all my progress, I'm gonna wanna know, am I putting on a lot of fat? Is it the diet that's making me gain this weight? Is it the muscle? Like, how much is the muscle? How much is the fat? I would like to know that stuff, and I can see that with this scale and with this application. And of course, since those are my two top priorities, I can customize my screen on the scale to show those two first, instead of like BMI or water percentage or other things that I don't really care about. But what if you live with somebody who doesn't care about putting on muscle mass? They don't want to gain weight, they want to lose weight, and they don't care about muscle, mass or fat percentage. They don't care about that. They want to know their weight, and they want to know their BMI and their water percentage. What if they want to know that? Well, they can do that because you can have up to 8 profiles set per account. So whether you live with your loved ones, a roommate, whatever the case may be, you could set up different profiles and that data syncs automatically to their specific profile. So I set up a profile for my cat, and as you can see, when he steps on, it knows that it's him since I put his initial weight into the application, and the current weight is similar to what that weight is when he steps on. Now, I have my cat's profile in my account and I can see his weight. I can see every time he steps on there in my account. But say you have a wife or, somebody that you don't want them or they don't want you seeing their weight all the time. And when they step on there and log everything, they don't want you seeing that information. They don't have to. They can have their own account and be on the same scale. So you guys can each have the HealthMate application on your phone, but be logged into 2 different accounts, but using the same scale. Now it can get a little bit tricky when 2 people weigh about the same, like within 5 to 10 pounds. It could get confused and think one person is another. But the good thing is you can either delete the measurement and add it in manually to the right profile, or the measurement could go into the unassigned measurement section where you can easily assign it to a specific profile. Now there's also a pregnancy tracker and a baby mode, which are excellent features for those with kids or those expecting kids sometime in the future. And I just think these are great, like kind of future proofing for scales. It's stuff that you can see like 5 to 10 years maybe for some people in the future. And it's like, you're probably going to have this scale then. So this is really just going to be a scale that you're going to have for a long time, which again makes that $100, less than $100 investment really worth taking a look at. Now, right when you open up the application, you get the timeline view, which shows you a very easy to read overview of your measurements, your steps, your average heart rate if you wore your Apple Watch that day. Everything is shown right here. And if you click on one of the sections, it opens up a very clean graph of your progress for weight, your change in body fat, your muscle mass, all those metrics are right here. And these graphs are really fun to look at. So you can slide it over to see previous days. You can break it down by the week, month, quarter, or year. You can zoom in and out. And when you click on the dots, you can see the exact date and measurement. And if you scroll down after you click on that, the line stays there. So you can easily see all the other data from that specific measurement on that specific day. And if you click on that number, you can see everything in one spot on this little chart here. You can add notes. And if you click on the 3 dots up top, you can modify that measurement or delete it. And you can also swipe side to side to see previous days in the same view. If you like this view better, you could just see all your days like this. Now we also have the programs section down here, and this is another benefit of having this Body Plus scale in the HealthMate application, because in this section, you're gonna find lots of free wellness programs like meditating. You're gonna have programs for improving the health of your heart, pregnancy tracking, and more. Now, I've always wanted to get into meditating, but I'm just too impatient. But you can see you get a free tutorial videos, guided meditations, everything. Plus, it lasts 21 days. So you're gonna have to come back, the next day and the next day and the next day to do the next exercise. And that will hopefully keep you motivated more on a long-term basis, unlike me, where I just meditate for 5 minutes once every 6 months. So the application is motivating for me, but at the same time, I do wish there were more challenges, maybe like random weekly or monthly challenges to see who lost the most weight or who put on the most muscle mass or something like that. I think that the application could just use a little bit more motivating and a little bit more like oomph to it, like to push you forward and make you keep wanting to, lose that weight or put on that muscle or whatever it may be. Because if you're not, self-motivated by nature like I am, you're probably not going to get a ton of motivation from this application. I mean, I just love the graphs. I just love data and stuff like that. So I'm just obsessed with constantly doing it to see the graph change. But if you're not like that, you're probably not going to get a ton of motivation to, lose weight or work out all the time. You're still going to want to step on it a lot. But I just wish that the application had more emphasis on why you should step on here every day and, more, encouragement from the application itself. Now, granted, if you go to the profile page, you do have like a little thing of achievements right here. You have your, lifelong steps and distance and best day and your goals right there, but it's kind of just hidden away. I mean, nobody really goes to the profile section right here, but I mean, it is cool that they have these achievements. I just wish that it was more like in your face. I wish you would get like notifications of them and things like that. So I don't know. I just feel like there's a little bit more motivation and oomph needed in the application. Now, I've only been using this scale for about a month and a half now. So that's why if you looked at my graphs, everything was kind of just very consistent. It didn't really go too far up or too far down. And that's because I haven't really traveled. I haven't really gone on any vacations. I haven't eaten a lot. I haven't bulked up yet. But over the next like 6 to 12 months, I'm going to start seeing, some data in those graphs. I'm going to start seeing some highs and lows, and I'm going to be able to pinpoint exactly why that was, when that was. And another good thing is that in 6 to 12 months in 2021, this thing is still going to be alive. I mean, it takes 4 AAA batteries that last 18 months. So you're not going to have to change batteries very often at all with this scale, which is really nice. Now, as for the pricing, as I mentioned, it is $99 if you were to go into the Apple Store today and try to pick one up. But since you guys are watching this video, you guys get an exclusive deal. You guys are gonna get 20% off. So that means you're gonna get this for $80, actually a little bit less than $80 plus free shipping. And if you guys want to pick one of these up for that price, just click on the link down in the description below and use code TECH to get that discounted price. So that's pretty much it for the Withings Body Plus Smart Scale in the HealthMate companion application. Really great scale, obviously a really great application as well. And it's really something that's gonna lead to a healthier life for myself. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited to keep using this thing. And just for full disclosure, this video was sponsored by Withings, but they did not pay me a penny to say anything good about the scale, about the application, anything. I actually went to them earlier this year at CES. I visited their booth at CES 2020, and I kind of checked out the body scale and their watches and things like that. And we kind of got in talks, and they said, hey, do you want to review the Body Plus? And I said, sure. You know, I'm going to try to work on it and find a way to integrate this into how I make stuff on my channel, because I didn't want to just talk about a scale the whole time, which is why I talked about the application. And I think the application is really awesome. I don't really think a lot of applications are great these days. So I really liked it, and I'm really looking forward to it. I just wanted to give you guys a full disclosure about everything. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. If you did enjoy it, I would appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button down there. I make a lot of iPhone related content, tech reviews, all kind of stuff here on the channel. So definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you have not done so already. But anyways, guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.